And now we're starting again. So basically, for those tuning in, actually for those watching this, I would have done one premier draft of Ravnica Mixer. It's just one pack of Guilds of Ravnica, one pack Ravnica Allegiance, one pack War of the Spark. I did horribly on that one. Base, it's basically the epitome of a super bomb format. You can forget all about synergy, but I'm kind of unsatisfied with that one. I know I can do better, sort of. So we're gonna go at it again and see if we can actually do better. I think the last time what happened was we did not exactly have any bombs, and we did not exactly land as much in terms of removal either. Like here, would I consider this a bomb? I would have to surveil really hard. I always keep ending up with these. I might just take this out of spite. It's still a 3/1 for 3, and I I only need a handful of surveil cards to make it kind of work. Honestly, I'm better off just taking the Deadly Visit. As expensive as it is as removal, it's still removal. And removal like this is hard to come by, so I'm actually going to end up just taking it. Yeah, because I'm not very convinced I'm going to end up in surveil, but at least I'm convinced that I'm going to end up running removal. So I have to go at least with that logic. Okay, then. Okay, second picks up. Interesting. Not much in the way of others. There's a Severed Strands, which acts as removal, though I will probably want to be in green. Black have produced a lot of tokens. I could just take the Chamber Sentry. It's at least an X. It's X mana, XX. I will need. I can at least make it a 3 mana 3/3 and have it deal 3 damage. It's always fine, I guess. That's pretty much the worst case scenario I'm imagining. I probably would hope, but I need to be on the lookout for mana. Now that said, as much as I want to take the Golgari Guildgate here to start ensuring that Charnel Troll, again, it's highly synergistic with green black, but you really have to be working towards that. I might just take the Artful Takedown because it's removal. Removal always works. It actually also looks like the other picks are kind of drying up. That said, so are the other cards. I could always take Pitiless Gorgon, but this one's always been a meh pick. I might just take the Steam Vents, give myself another rare. It also actually works with Chamber Sentry, and it still allows me to, say, go into green, blue, black. But that said, we might want to start considering going green, blue, blue, black, red. Hypothesis is a good. It's a good kill spell. We're hoping the Electromancer comes back. There's Invert and Invent. Not that many creatures that benefit from it. I might just take Bartizan Bats or News Drake at this point. I could also take Notion Ring, but I'm gonna learn my lesson a bit. If there's a Dimir Guildgate, I'm gonna start taking it. I take at least one. At least have that option so that I'm not worrying too much. Okay, Leapfrog is probably the pick here. There's Creeping Chill, but I'm not exactly surveilling. Actually, Piston-Fist Cyclops is probably always the better. It's probably going to be a solid pick here. I will need to be on the lookout for cheap instants and sorceries, though. So far, we only have 2. Neither of them are cheap. But being able to punch... hit for 4 damage should be fine, and having at least a 4/3 blocker is some kind of fine as well. That's pretty much our game. It's our woeful game plan, but it's still something. Wow, it's gonna take a while for this to come around. So, so based on this one, at least we know we have the removal to buy us time. My concern is the mana mix. Like, we need to be, we want to be heavy blue black, blue red at this point. I would much rather. I kind of wish this was just 4 and a black instead of 3 black, but beggars can't be choosers in terms of removal. And I did pass on the surveil plan at this point. Wow. Yeah, looks like things have slowed down quite a bit. Actually, it does make sense. A lot of people playing this one, first time encountering these packs, so they really have to read a lot. That's actually the one benefit of going through Draft Simulator. It gives you the time to familiarize yourself with the cards so that when you go over these picks, you can go over them a lot faster. It's best as a reminder tool, I would say. So you got an Izzet Guildgate. Wojak Bodyguard's kind of fine, but no. We're gonna take the radical idea here. We need to it gives us a cheap spell to cast. Barging Sergeant, not exactly our game plan. We can take the Wall of Mist instead. There's a Moodmark Painter, but it's double black. Kind of trying to avoid that one. Another Piston-Fist Cyclops. I am willing to go Piston-Fist all the way there. There's a Boros Guildgate that I'm willing to speculate on. Hey, Jericho Elagan. Nice to thanks very much for joining us. If you're joining in, this is actually my second draft. The first draft was horrible. Well, at least we are solid. Is that right now? This is the card that wrecked me in that last game. I'm tempted to just take it out of spite. But we do have other realistic picks. Like there's a Humongous that's a realistic pick. You know what? I'm probably still gonna take this out of spite. I'm just gonna take it out of spite. Like I'm kind of want to go into my splash color is technically black right now between these two. I can still cut those, but it's super unlikely. The realistic pick for me is some Shimmer or Humongous. I probably don't want to pick any of these red cards right now. But I'm probably gonna just take hate this out. At the least it gives me a rare. Quick draft. I was watching another stream, but missed that. No, it's fine. No, this is Premier Draft Ravnica Mixer. So this one you get 1 pack of Guilds of Ravnica, 1 pack of Ravnica Allegiance. So perfect. We got the Consign to the Pit, and 1 pack of War of the Spark. So we're definitely taking the removal as much as possible. We do have a Dimir Guildgate. We should be on the lookout for Rakdos Guildgates now. So we can solidify our Black Splash without having to put actual swamps. Yeah, the first draft was a disaster. I tried to go for synergy, but that didn't pan out. Oh, come on. Okay, that was scary. Yeah, the mixer draft is generally interesting. We usually get these. You missed the War of the Spark drafts. Yeah, the War of the Spark only drafts was an exercise on power, I would say. Nothing really great here. I might take the Rubble Belt Recluse just to have a big beater. I'd rather have that over Rafter Demon. I probably don't want the Coral Command. We already have 3 Electromancer, so I probably don't want the Coral Commando. Almost said Cobra Commando. Also, with regards to these spells... Okay, we got Depose Deploy. There's a Get the Point, which is additional removal, but now our splash is becoming very serious already if we take that. I can take Goblin Gathering just to keep it simple, but it's kind of in red. Yeah, let's just take the removal for now. We are missing the Rakdos Guildgates. There's an Essence Capture, which we can... It's a solid counter spell. Creatures are definitely in play, so I can always take that. Sage's Rose Savant, the Scry 2 is fine. Like, our creature count is not exactly very high right now. There's also Repudiate, Replicate. I'll take the Essence Capture. Might be a mistake. I probably should need more creatures. Oh wait, there's a Flames of the Razeboar. Scorchmark. Scorchmark is probably more realistic. Flames of the Razeboar is very good though. But I probably am gonna take the more realistic Scorchmark here. Now we need actual Oh, there's a Rakdos Guildgate. I was gonna take the Wall of Lost Thoughts, but we need to at least have enough Guildgates to... Oh, we also got to Skewer the Critics. Nice. Oh yeah. You know what? If we can open Nicol Bolas, we're solidly good in there. Actually, what? Yeah, I would Yeah, Nikki B would be a good one. Liliana would be good. Ashiok's kind of fine. It's at least very annoying. Yeah, we'll have to take cheaper creatures now. We still have a curve to worry about. Another Scorch Mark is fine here. So we're kind of hoping to hit at least one Piston-Fist Cyclops in our opening hand. So we at least have 3 pieces of hard removal. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces of soft removal, I say. I'm not a fan of the Raptor Demon, but we'll kind of have to take that. Kind of have to take the Goblin Gathering also just to have additional creatures. Our non-creatures are very high. We are closer to... We might have to cut the Essence Capture because we're closer to main red. Not exactly taking the... Ooh, wow. Kasmina is fine for us at least. It gives us a way to generate creatures, and it gives us a way to protect our creatures more or less. I probably have to take this one.
I'm brilliant, so
also, yeah, that's also another thing. The math is harder to do because you have to count a lot of your non-creatures as actual creatures right now. My non-creatures that count as creatures is 1, 2. Okay, 2. So we're closer to a 10, 11. There's an Ashiok, there's a Spark Harvest, which is always solid. There's a Jaya's Greeting, which probably makes more sense. I can't run too many in the splash color. I'll take the Jaya's Greeting over Ashiok. So we do need to have we do need a few more better creatures than say Wall of Mist. I also want to probably cut the. I also want to cut one of these jumpstart spells. Yeah, played Nicol Bolas Dragon 1. Yeah, if we can land that, it's really good. Goblin Electromancer is already solid. It makes a lot of these spells more realistic. Ooh, we kind of have to take Obnixilis. It's another double black, but it's also hard removal. Yeah, we are losing out on creatures though, so that is a concern right now.
World is one of conquest, and it's my turn.
I might end up cutting the Deadly Visit just to limit the number of double black we have. Okay, got Karn's Bastion. Not exactly. We're gonna definitely run the Spell Gorger Weird because of how many spells we have non-creature spells we have right now. It's just a good fit. I might cut the Maximized Velocity because at least Maximized Altitude is evasion. Wow, I have to decide now between. Okay, the Scorch Marks could easily go. Jaya's Greeting is just better at this point. Still in the market for another creature though. I could just take the Relentless Advance. That does count as a creature. Wall of Runes. Yeah, I think I'll just take the. It's a 4. It's fine. I'd rather have that over a 1/1, and it's not even a 1/1. Mayhem Devil, but no sacrifice effects. It is a cheap creature though. That said, so is Goblin Assailant. That's probably a more realistic cheap creature. Like, do I have sacrifice effects? Not really. I think I just take the Assailant and keep it safe. It's also avoiding the splash. There's our sacrifice effect, but I might take a Turret Ogre over this at this point. So we're going to cut out even more blue at this rate. So probably just cut the Maximized Altitude. We'll keep the Radical Idea. We'll probably have a Saheeli Silverwing in case we need more creatures. Stealth Mission's probably a no. Teferi's Time Twist is fine, I guess. So we have a much better plan than last time, though. Yeah, we probably have to cut the Deadly Visit at this rate. We can't have too many double black spells. A Raging Crunch, it's at least it can block alone, but Piston-Fist Cyclops kind of does the job better. I also need to consider if I want to... I could run the Boros Guildgate just to give me access to Ethereal Absolution, but we don't have a mana geode this time, so we're not exactly fixing mana. We do have quite a bit of scry to work around with though, so that's something. He got partners in crime with Sarkhan and just blew out games. Oh yeah, if you could land the two rare planeswalker plan, that's always very solid. I think unfortunately everyone's kind of wised up to that. No, Rakdos Guildgate. Okay, so at least Chamber Sentry's a 3 mana 3/3 that can deal 3 damage to any target, so that's always good. Let's do a mana check. Probably, I definitely don't want 4 swamps. 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is gonna be my mana mix. So we have at least an interesting start. So our plan is pretty much either have to have the Spellgorger Weird or the Piston-Fist Cyclops early, so that we can keep punching. That's pretty much our plan. Let's rename this deck. Kinda wish I had another Spells Matter card. But sometimes this is how it pans out. Yeah, would I prefer to have an 18th land? Probably not. We don't have that many. We only have scry. We don't actually have that much draw. So that is another thing we need to consider. I was already considering that one Tamiyo's Epiphany. That was more of a scry 4 draw too, if I read it correctly. Oh, of course it's a scry 4 draw. They're not gonna print a 4 mana draw 4. No matter how much I want them to. So we hit all our colors, but but as I said, our game plan is dependent on hitting an early Piston-Fist Cyclops. So I actually have to mulligan this. There we go. We have a Piston-Fist into a Goblet. So I might actually bin one of the lands here. So it's Piston-Fist into Goblin Gathering. Kasmina buys us some time for the time being. Terramander. Okay, I guess we're doing double Piston-Fist Cyclops, so we have to conserve our instants and sorceries now. We kind of need to draw more lands. I'm already starting to regret keeping Kasmina. Tola. Opponent probably takes the Goblin Gathering. That's because that's another spell. Oh no, they take Kasmina. Okay, that's fine. We did hit the land though, so definitely going with that. Night-Veiled Predator. It's flying Death Touch hexproof, but I don't mind swinging these guys into it anyway. Opponent knows I have a Hypothesis next turn. Draw 2 cards and you may discard a non-land card. I might just pop the Terra Man. Oh, opponent's gonna race. Or not. Interesting. They might have a counter spell, but Yeah, they had a counter spell. Ooh. Well, as long as you've cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, so they can still swing, which is probably the important part. It's a shame I didn't get to draw the 2 cards though. So yeah, we kind of need to draw our way out of this. They can now adapt the Pteramander, which is already an issue. Oh, do they have a comp? Totally lost, put it on top. Ooh, horrible. So please put our opponent down to 10, but our opponent can already adapt the Pteramander. So we go down to 8. We need to... Okay, we go down to... Oh, opponent's holding everything back? Okay, because it makes sense. Wow. So now the question is, do we die already, or do we still have a way out? Down to 6. We will die next turn. Watcher in the Mist. Yeah, that flood in the end kind of... We needed that hypothesis to resolve. Opponent kind of did us a favor by milling some of our lands, but wow. Wait, there's an artful takedown. Tap target creature gets minus... Oh wait. Do both. Tap. 2/4. Hey, you know what? We can top deck too. We can top deck too. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I don't believe that. We probably... Maybe we can cut... Let's see if we can cut the creature for another non-creature spell, since we kind of know we're going to mulligan very aggressively into those 3-4 starters. Which means the Recluse can actually kind of go. We can actually just put in a Scorch Mark instead. Yeah, at least an extra removal spell. We still have quite a few creatures this way. Yeah, GG from nowhere. I think it feels so undeserved, but you know what? I'll take it. Okay, so this one's super sketchy. But our opponent already took a mulligan. We just need one more. Okay, the words I never want to hear myself say. We just need one more land. Well, at least we have a Goblin Assailant into Skewer if it gets for early plays, air quotes. But we could probably be losing this one if we're not careful. So we're definitely landing the Steam Vents. Turn to Assailant. Initiate. Okay, no, we're gonna go Dimir Guildgate first. So we did hit our 3rd land, so we can go Assailant, Piston-Fist, Skewer. Yeah, the thing was that we had to double Piston-Fist. That's... How can I say no? Now, it's possible our opponent has counter spells at this point. Actually, I'm kind of hoping they have some removal at this rate, so we can safely cast the Piston-Fist Cyclops. Burning Tree Vandal kind of helps us to dig further. Opponent's holding back. So we're gonna swing first. Make our opponent activate the combat trick. Nope. We'll go Piston-Fist first. No, they didn't have anything. That was a weird hold-up. Okay, they might have removal now. So next turn it's Steam Vents, tap Piston-Fist. Then we hold up for Skewer. Opponent, Kasmina's Transmutation makes it a 1/1. I can attack with it now at any time though, so let's see, just 5. cast the second Piston-Fist. Swing with Assailant. Yeah, it's the Piston-Fist plan. Goblin Locksmith. Looks like our opponent is stuck on mana, so... we're gonna snipe the Grim Initiate now. So that way, Piston-Fist Cyclops... Our opponent can do a double trade onto this one, which I'm actually... kind of fine with. I'm kind of hoping our opponent... Yeah, they're gonna go all in on that one. So next turn we can Jaya's Greeting. Oh, our opponent is really stuck. They might have a counter for this though. Nope, they don't.
Heed my instruction and prepare for war. My students are loyal geniuses.
Draw a card and discard a card. We have the double black already, so we don't need the Rakdos Guildgate anymore. I'm actually gonna hold up the Jaya's Greeting. It's not like this Piston-Fist Cyclops needs me to cast spells. They finally hit their 4th mana, but they haven't done anything with it. It's a double Jaya's Greeting. Hit the Obnixilis, so probably discard 1 Greeting. Yeah, it looks like our opponent's really stuck. Well, we're not casting Obnixilis if we don't have to. Yeah. I think our Piston-Pete Cyclops. Ooh. Piston-Pete. Is it Pistol-Pete or Pist... Oh, hold on. I'm actually going to look that up. Piston-Pete. Piston-Pete's Automotive LLC. Piston-Pete's... It's Pistol-Pete NBA, but there's a Piston-Pete Automotive. Oh, close enough. Yeah, that's actually an interesting take. Yeah. Pistol-Pete. Nah, don't worry. Don't worry. It exists anyway, so you're still correct. No, it's just like my first game on this draft. Better lucky than good. So we definitely have a better game plan this time. At least it's something I can kind of sit behind. Worst case scenario, we have enough removal to buy us time as long as our opponent's not running green. So definitely, yeah, this one's sketchy. We have all our colors, but we have nothing until turn 4. And we saw what happened to our previous opponent. We'll take the mulligan. There, this one's keepable. We will Assailant, Piston-Fist. I need to decide. I'm probably gonna bin the Skewer for now. So at least we have the turn 2 Goblin Assailant to distract our opponent. That's the plan. Though in that last game, the Goblin Assailant turned out to be the big beat. Turned out to be the beater in this case. Opponent. Not okay. Need to. Okay, just double checking. I was a little bit concerned a while ago because we did get the waiting for server a while ago. Okay, looks like our opponent might have been called out of the way. There they are. Actually, yeah, we shouldn't judge too harshly. But this is definitely the plan. If it's mono white, the Vernadi Shieldmate. The key mana cost is 4. Oh. I'm gonna actually offer the trade. Opponent probably does not take it because they already see the Piston-Fist Cyclops waiting. Yeah, no. If I did not play this first, they probably would have blocked it. Blade Instructor going for the mentor. Because as soon as this starts mentoring, this is an issue. So I'm actually gonna go for the. I'm actually gonna snipe this now. We'll keep the second mountain on top. I'm gonna offer to trade their board 2 for 1. Actually, it's more for 2 for 1 than a half. Now let's hope they don't have a Candlelight Vigil, because this has lifelink. It's a okay. Makeshift battalion's fine. So we will actually hold back now. So far they're playing mono white. They haven't shown red, so I'm not worried about haste. I'm more worried about Candlelight Vigil, but yeah, we need to hit some of our... Oh, they do have red. Command the Storm. Okay, that's it. They have spells. We have spells. Now we are running out of cards, so that is a concern. So it's easy for us to lose this one if we don't hit more gas. And that is already, I'm already starting to feel that concern deep in my bones. Double Piston-Fist for 3 straight games now. Well, I did draft 3 of them, but yeah. Conspiracy Theory, Iron Bully. So I am willing to trade this up, but oh, they did have a combat trick. Okay, fine. It was worth a shot. At least we got it out of the way. Now we're kind of... Ooh, this is bad. We didn't hit our splash color. So it's whoever... Oh, come on. Don't tell me you have another combat trick. Okay, they didn't this time. But they we hit a Chamber Sentry. They might have a kill spell for it, but you know what? It's fine. Chandra's Pyro Phoenix. Yeah, that's fine. Basically, it's it gets it out of the way. Kind of wish I now had ways to generate other colors. Well, at least we got our black now. Yeah, it's gonna be whoever can hit. Ooh, Rock Charger. Manageable, but still problematic. Wow. 7, 8. So we have 9 more lands. Ooh, the Anthrop Invaders is a problem. We have 8 more lands. Sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. Ooh. What? I'll do this later. No. There's no point in doing this one kung kausamit, ha?
Hindi, ibig sabihin, hintay yung sobrang up to...
All done. Okay, at least we hit Jai's for cumulative spend on 2...
Okay, so...
This one's until...
December. Pero
no. This is only until this evening. This one is... There's another one, but this one it's not worth it. This one's only until this evening. Di beboy
si
siya.
Coach Ma pwede ang labosan. Kasi enroll.
Bo-enroll us. Bo-enroll ah.
Ga-enroll.
Oh.
Sayang. Ako daw boy kiri.
Our opponent could actually just sacrifice... Oh yeah, we're definitely not gonna make it here. We would need to hit another removal. removal spell, but that, eh, that's good game. We did not hit it this time, so yep, can't win it. Can't win it all. How come you didn't tap out for X? Wait, which one? Chamber Sentry? No, because it's only based on colors. Hold on. Did I misread it? You know what? I think I might have misread it. I know Chamber Sentry is based on colors, or is that just how you get it back? I think I misread it. That's been how long I've not played with these cards. Let's double check. Chamber Sentry. With a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. Okay, so I was right. So with my current build, the most I can get it to is a 3/3 because I only have 3 colors of mana. I can sneak in the Boros Guildgate to give me a chance to cast for 4/4, but that's usually not worth it. So even if I tap the max amount, it's only gonna be a 2/2 at that point. I only had 2 colors of mana back then. So Chamber Sentry is good if you really go wide on the 5 color. Not in this. So there is that. Yeah, so but that is a good point. It's very easy to assume that the X means actually it's like that spell in Modern Horizons 2, the one with X and the white, where it destroys something with a mana value based on the number of colors of mana you spent. Like, so the most you can destroy is a 5 mana value card. Actually, based on that one, you can only, yeah, Prismatic Ending. That's the card. Let's see if I can bring that up. Prismatic Ending. Yeah, there are so many. Yeah, Prismatic Ending. It starts with the white, so so you're forced to at least play white. But the X is there so that you can pay any. Actually, it's actually interesting. Like, if there are cards that counter your spell based on the mana value, having the X is a flexible way of, like, well, overshooting is not usually a bad. Okay, so that was a misfire. So we're gonna try again. So currently at 2 wins and 1 loss. So we did 100% better than the last match. So we'll take that into. We'll take that as a small moral victory. Kind of. And we'll also know what's the pack distribution that they're going to give us. Because if they give us all Guilds of Ravnica, it's... I would at least prefer that they mix it up a bit. Like, the first one's the Guilds of Ravnica, next one's Ravnica Allegiance, so forth, so on. Last draft was a 1/3. It was still bad. So that said, this is not keepable. No Piston-Fist. We can't even play the Goblin Assailant. Chamber Sentry's a 1/1. That's a mulligan. This one we will have to keep. But it's super sketchy. I probably will just bin the Obnixilis for now. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens when we don't hit it. So I can actually drop this as a 2/2, but there's a good chance our opponent might have... They might have the Tyrant Scorn, which will kill this. Also, Lifelink. So, Unexplained Disappearance. Okay, so we get to do it again. No real loss there. Opponent bins the locket. So we kind of want black so that we could... Ooh. Opponent could have flashed that in. Though I guess they wanted to do the surveil because, yeah, it looks like they're missing mana. Which is why they're surveilling like mad. Oh, there's our Piston-Fist. This one takes 3 mana to pump. Okay, we're definitely dropping Piston-Fist. Then... Can't play Artful Takedown, but we can play Kasmin. We can play Relentless Advance if we want to punch. Kasmina's Transmutation. This is, well, there's a skewer to critics.
It's us or them.
Okay, Kasmina.
Hone your control.
I actually want to discard this for now. Watch me regret it later, but we Senate Courier, so that one's gonna hit up in the air. Opponent is down on cards. We'll see how our opponent blocks. Perfect. Oh shoot, wrong card. But we see. Okay, but we see the next one. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna keep the swamp. We're not discarding that swamp. We might discard the Relentless Advance, actually. Oh wait, we can cast this now. Okay, that would have been embarrassing, but it turns even one win is a feel bad goals or gem wise. It's really a consolation prize. That's really the only good way I can put it. Okay. I'm gonna play this as a... Wait, I probably want to play the Spellgorger Weird first. Like, let's say our opponent's able to surveil, it just gets Death Touch. No, it gets Death Touch anyway, though it's a bit roundabout. Well, he's giving it up, so... I'm actually fine with that. So with that in mind, I'm actually more than willing to... Okay, since our opponent left that up, we can go X equals 3. At least the auto-pay chooses the correct colors. We just need one more mana for Consign, but we at least have an Artful Takedown to take something. Oh, opponent is flooding now. Okay, we hit the 6. So we're okay with losing Kasmina at this point. Like, our opponent has way too much mana that it's that the pseudo ward effect is not the creatures you control have menace. The Amass 2 is there. Okay, hold on. Tap target creature, nuke the Amass token. So and this one is okay, I can activate anytime. Promo runs, yeah, this one at Eva. And our opponent concedes right there, so I'm going to actually... Yeah, I'm actually going to enroll in this credit card promo. We made it to Platinum, so that's good news. Oh, mobile data is disabled. Not connected. Let's try that again. Yes. So at least we can feel much better now. We did get like how many wins? 3 wins. As I usually say, preferably 4. But we promo. Okay, not that promo. So and I also have to copy this message. I'm just gonna have to remember the promo ID. This one usually takes a while longer. Not many people like to play these formats. I play it because sometimes it's nice to have something different. Yeah, the first one was a big bust, but at least the second one is doing much better. Wow. Now, any lands we draw from this point on are very likely to hit the colors we need. It's super sketchy though, but we are set up for the double black Obnixilis. I'm actually going to keep this one. And if it doesn't pan out, you can learn from that my mistakes. So 2, 3. No, not running that as a 1. We might run it as a... Yeah, definitely running it as a 2. But we now need a 3rd mana. And preferably preferably blue somewhere along the line. We didn't hit it, but... We did hit a Goblin Assailant, so... We're not out of it yet. 6, 8. Opponent hits a Gatebreaker Ram. We're gonna drop the Spellgorger weird. We're gonna swing with just this one first. We're definitely sniping this one. We have to assume our opponent has a gate. Yeah, no, opponent blocks it, so fine. Get that out of the way. We are still missing mana, which is an issue. Opponent hit their gate. Yeah, so we figured it. Okay, we did hit our mana, so that's the good news. Okay, hold on. Yeah, no.
Screenshot.
Screenshot? No, you don't need to screenshot. You don't need to screenshot. It's automatic. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And we hit our other mana as well. So let's see. We can Piston-Fist start. Yeah, of course we played Piston-Fist first. Opponent hasn't exactly played anything big, so still gonna swing with both. I'm trying to remember if there's a board wipe in black. There's a board wipe in... Oh, there's a Humongous, so... Yeah, we're not sniping that anytime soon. That's stymies things. We can still swing with everything. Well, we're probably gonna swing with just these 2. Let's see. Actually, we're just gonna take advantage of the fact that it's not gonna... that our opponent can't exactly kill it. Yeah, so now we can kind of punch through there. Now that depends if our opponent has any... Like ideally we can play Consigned to the Pit. Even if we're just swinging with these, it's Spark Double into a Humongous, so 2 creatures. So we need to hit one of our spells. Destroy target creature, pass. Oh, we hit another Piston-Fist, so not quite there yet. Our opponent can easily start catching up. We could destroy our own creature to draw 2 cards. I'm actually going to play the Piston-Fist first. Keep the pressure up a bit. I'm concerned our opponent might have a Gates Ablaze that would wipe our board clean. Most we can do is like Oh, ideally we should probably ping, then play the Gates then play Obnixilis, so that our opponent drawing cards is what's gonna kill them. I'm hoping our opponent doesn't have a counter spell. Crush Descent. They do have a counter spell. Yeah, the blue should have been a clue. But we got Spell Gorger. It's gonna get blocked by this. This one just gets blocked by it, so no benefit yet. The Giant's Greeting does have a benefit now. Erratic Visionary. Okay, that's a creature. Artful Takedown also does its thing. Our opponent could have another Crush Descent, which would be annoying, but I think they do. Do they? Death Sprout. But that does it. I was tempted to do the Giant's Greeting, but yeah, it turns out we needed to get rid of 2 blockers, so we kind of got there. Yeah, this one's doing much better, and it's still the Piston-Fist doing the job. Big beats, big beats. I'm gonna have to remember to trim this video on the live stream. Like I don't think anyone was watching no one was watching the first draft anyway, so I can kind of brush it aside. Well, chalk it up to learning. Actually, you know what? Let's just make it an exclusive. Like, yeah, you get to see me make mistakes on Facebook, but you will never see them in YouTube. I don't know, but that's Piston-Fist doing a lot. Yeah, they were very good back in the. They were very good in Guilds of Ravnica when it was just that one. It actually compared relatively well to the Dimir Surveil deck. At least now, if you're able to draft enough Piston-Fist early, you don't have to worry too much about the synergy. Like, I think I cut all of the jumpstart cards for the most part. Okay, so no, we didn't cut all of them. We still have one. Definitely keeping this. Yeah, because we have double Piston-Fist. Also, Radical Idea is a good way to start. I can probably just discard Spell Gorger Weird if we don't hit. Nope, we hit the land. So I'm probably gonna wait. If I don't need to cast Radical Idea, I will not cast Radical Idea. Our opponent is signaling Boros, so they are gonna be very aggro. We'll see what their follow-up creature is. Boros Challenger. Okay, we're gonna skewer. No choice on that matter. We kind of have to skewer that one. If they have another mentor creature to follow up, that's a feel bad. So next turn is some Piston-Fist. Opponent goes Defiant Strike. Oh, whoa. Wait. Did they? Oh, they had another land. They needed the Defiant Strike to draw into it. Opponent taking risks. Well, makes sense. But the more of those spells I can get out of the way, the better. Now, our opponent could have their own Jaya's Greetings, so I don't expect these Piston-Fists to live, but heck, we have more of them where they came from. So I could actually just cast. No, we'll probably cast Piston-Fist first. Our opponent is stuck on the 4 slot though. I have to also remember what True Fire Mentor does, because they have it definitely has Mentor, but it has another effect, like if damage is dealt to it. So I don't think our Piston-Fist might be long for the world in that case. Now, in theory, I can cast a Piston-Fist, just go for the Radical Idea now. Like, if I draw into another land, I might just do that. My opponent's actually in the tank for quite a while. What are they up to? Please don't tell me it's a 3-color deck and they're missing their third color. No, I'm pretty. Usually, if you're drafting Boros, you are solid in Boros. But then again, our opponent did miss creature drops, so that's actually a big question mark right now. Okay. I'm not gonna speak ill of our opponent. Okay, opponent did swing. Our opponent's gonna have spells for it eventually, but you know what we're gonna take? It's probably just another blocker. It could actually just be Spectacle. No, it's not. So we'll drop our own Piston-Fist. Radical Idea. Draws us a land. That's actually very good. It kind of sets us up for the Spell Gorger We're into another Radical Idea. Now our opponent is kind of... Yeah, that's actually weird. I was expecting at least a... okay, now they're in 5. That might be the magic number. There are a good number of creatures with like 5 toughness at this mana point, so we're gonna pass. We hit a wall of mist, so that's actually good for us. We'll run the Spell Gorger Weird first. I'm probably gonna ditch the wall of mist at this point because we kind of need. I guess a defender's fine. Watch me regret that later. Opponent has a Scorch Mark, okay. So it's possible they're sitting on a bunch of removal that they can't do anything with. Yeah, now there goes the regrets. So we'll go to combat. We don't need the sec... Is there non-basic land removal? There's no Field of Ruin here, so... I can safely play the island. Next turn, Kasmina can draw and discard, so we need something to ditch. Opponent hit their 6 mana. They hit a Sammoth. Wow, some possible flooding issue in our opponent. If our opponent is flooding, that they've definitely kept the weirdest hand. That's Sentinel's Mark. Oh, no, they wanted to stack it on something else, not this. Oh, we hit our Scorch Mark now, so... Kasmina? Activate. Draw, discard. We will discard the swamp. Ooh, our opponent's just taking it. We do get if our Kasmina lives. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, I think you might be right. Our opponent's more likely to be flooding. And they kept a bunch of cards that they wanted to stack on something better than the Grim Initiate. There's a Rampaging Monument. So it will trade with Piston-Fist. Our opponent can give it haste, so... Ooh, wow. That would be a feel bad if they give it haste. I kind of need to I kind of need to draw into another instant. This has trample as well. I think our opponent's concerned that they don't know that we don't have another instant. They might still go for it though. If they go for it, they probably hold. No, they can swing with the Grim Initiate. Yeah, they're going for it. So let's see how they go. Oh, they're going for face. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Heartfire deals 4. So we're gonna chump block the Grim Initiate. Yeah, let's. At least I remember that card exists. Okay, perfect. We activate. Not good. This will be a mistiming, so I'm gonna actually just put the. I'm just actually gonna put a +1/+1 counter in. I could give it up, I guess. You know what? Let's just go for it. Yeah, it was desperate. Wow, we're the ones who are now flooding, so we might still lose this one. Our opponent managed to stabilize. Good job. The haste and the scry is actually very potent here. And now that they have all the mana in the world, it's pretty much a non-issue. Yeah, it gives it as a passive. It actually also gives it as an active as well. Basically, they don't want to feel bad of, oh, I give it the +2/+1 and it gets a scry 1. Oh, it goes away. No. Whoops, the haste disappears, bye-bye. So it's also a passive as well, so that's actually a big issue for us now that you mention it. Opponent is really in the tank. Ooh. Now that's an auto block if there is any. Opponent probably just pumps something else. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, I don't know if they have another spell. I'm already considering just double... Because I'm already considering just chump blocking this now because of how bad our situation is. If our opponent has another removal trick, that's so be it. But... get rid of that problem creature. Okay, we got ourselves in a mass. We can swing and force a block. The problem is it forces a block with the... It forces a block with the 1/1. It's still fine. I have to force as many blocks as possible. Like we're gonna take 3 from the Rampaging Monument. We could still die anyway. Let's say our opponent has a Heartfire. I'm surprised. Oh, no. That would do it. Back-to-back rubble. That would do it. Woo! Well, we can't win them all, but at least we made it to Platinum 4, so I can't complain too much at this point. So any game could be our last. We are only at 3 we're only 3 games. We only have 3 wins. I would really like at least 1 more. But yeah, this is definitely not an easy format to get into. Oh wait, we already have 4 wins, so we definitely want at least... Well, another one would be not bad. Hey, Clinton Cleo Williams Jr., thank you for liking the stream. Actually, I haven't seen you in quite a while. How are you doing? It's good that you only tuned in now. It would have been you didn't have to tune into the mess of draft previously. This is an auto mulligan. This is better. We bin the skewer. At least we are giving ourselves multiple things to do on turn 2. Ideally, we have another mana for the Piston-Fist, but... Let's give her... If this eats a Scorch Mark, I'm fine with it. Yeah, get as much removal out of our opponent's hand as possible. Chandra's Fire Phoenix, that's fine. Yeah, especially if our opponent's running mono red, they're basically relying... Okay, red blue. But they are relying on quite a bit of removal. Now I'm playing this as an X2. We could have waited for one more, but I didn't exactly want to spend the Jai's Greeting on this one. Let's see if our opponent does anything else. Chandra's Triumph. Okay, it eats up another removal spell, so I'm fine with that. So we take 3. So it's accepted. Our opponent has a Sage's Rule Savant, so we definitely are playing Piston-Fist Cyclops this turn. That's a good mill for... that's a good one for our opponent. So let's see if our opponent has even more removal. Like, oh, that's a War of the Spark removal. So our opponent had a very good factory. Jace's Triumph. Okay, draw cards. So we take another 3 up off the top. I might just cast Radical Idea Swing. Oh wait, Guild Globe. Okay, that's fine. It sets up colors, but yeah, probably nuke. I probably want to nuke the Leapfrog now. Okay, Artful Take sounds good. Basically, the idea is, yeah, we need to slow our opponent down a bit. Hopefully, this is not a big card like Dam Breaker or Ashdok Skulker. And we have enough extra cards here that Radical Idea is not such a radical idea. Yours, Dam Breaker. That was my concern. In fact, we have to fake our opponent. Yeah, I think that's a mistake. We'll take the hit for now, unless our opponent has something they can cast on the Dam Breaker to make it even more lethal. So we have to actually take the damage to fake it. Opponent's actually going for green. Crackling Drake, that's another issue. So I would like to hit one of my hard kill spells. Turret Ogre's fine. We're unfortunately... Oh wow, we have to give up both. Yeah, so we made the mistake in swinging with this one. We should not have swung. I was kind of expecting our opponent to do the chump block, but I forgot. This is Platinum already. Everyone knows what they're doing. Forensic Arix. Oh, that's gonna kill us already. Yeah. Yeah, we kind of goofed on that one. Yep. So yeah, that's our own mistake. That's our own fault. How could we have played that one better? Not swinging so that when our opponent swings at us, we can do the artful takedown there. That would have been a much better effect. So we could have survived that one. That one's my fault. And that one pretty much ends this run. It's definitely a lot better than the first draft. So, and we do get, and we do kind of get something back. I feel a bit sad that all the packs are Guilds of Ravnica. I would have loved the spread. That I maybe the system can't handle it, so I would have liked at least a spread that I would have gotten one of each. That would have been nice. But packs are still packs. Gems are still gems. I'll take it. Ral is still Ral. Actually, oh yeah, I think I have only like one copy of Ral at the time. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Many thanks to Jericho Ilagan. Many thanks to Clinton Cleo Williams Jr. for tuning in. Yeah, this is what Ravnica Mix-Up is like. There is a very big learning curve on this one, so yes, if you can practice on a simulator, at least do so that you kind of have a good quick rundown of what all the cards are. But yeah, but this is definitely one of the higher level ones. That said, it's if you feel very confident or you feel like you want to get a shot on all those shocklands that are probably rolling around, give it a go. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.